Sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Qualified to this quarterfinals. So if we have more than quarterfinals, then we can qualify. We are Frostfire from Malaysia, Shanghai. We are coming.
我是老虎白白队内的盾后老六，然后这个是白菜，
我是突破的，
我是卡萨。
我突破手，助队友。
我是 AYA。
最近几天一直在就是训练嘛，在慢慢磨合，因为也有很长时间没有大家在一起打过了，所以。
sunlight begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And I know now we're getting older. The world we built is slipping through our fingers. We're running out of time. But you are the one I've chosen, and I won't lay still, living left behind, imprisoned by this love. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zowie eXTREMESLAND Shanghai 2018 Day 2. Well, it's way too early in the morning. In Shanghai, it's somewhere around 10 a.m. and the matches are supposed to go live right now, but I just got a message from Siddharth and Ankit, two reporters from AFK who are right now in Shanghai bringing you some kick-ass content, and they just told me that the matches will be delayed by like 10 minutes or something. Well, I don't think it's really going to affect us. I mean, all the viewers joining us from India, it's practically 7:30 a.m. right now. No, it's 7:40. And it's way too early in the morning. I mean, the last time I remember waking up this early was a couple of months ago while I was still in college. So, I mean, back in the day, if the matches started this early, I would consider myself lucky because, let's be honest, the lectures were damn boring. And I would just pick up my phone and start watching these matches. Unfortunately, they aren't starting yet. We still have like 5-10 minutes to go. The first match today is going to be Sad Story from Hong Kong versus Beyond from Thailand. Now, these are all lower bracket matches. That means they are going to be best of 3. And any team that loses here will straight away be eliminated from the tournament. So the stakes are pretty high. Now, Sad Story from Hong Kong. I mean, this team is I would say that they are still in their struggling phase. They are just entering the Southeast Asian circuit, so the chances of them qualifying were already pretty low. Beyond Esports, on the other hand, is a pretty veteran team from Thailand. Yesterday they lost against Flash from China, which is, I mean, they lost in a pretty epic fashion, and the Chinese team just simply outplayed them. And I expected them to put up a little bit more of a fight. Unfortunately, that did not happen. They kind of disappointed us. So both these teams, the stakes are really high for them, and they risk elimination right now. It's pretty much early in the morning, so I would just suggest go get some tea or coffee. Even I'm gonna go out and hopefully get some breakfast. All the restaurants are closed right now, so I can't even order anything. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back soon, and as soon as the game goes live, I'll let you guys know. We still have like 5-10 minutes to go. The players are just setting up their stuff. And obviously, they need some time to warm up and everything. So stay tuned, and we will be bringing you the match soon.
I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly.
As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain hidden in your smile. I can finally see now. Oh, we radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, yeah, radiate, but now we're drowning. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, we used to radiate, radiate, but now we're drowning. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain hidden in your smile. I can finally see now. Oh, we radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, yeah, radiate, but now we're drowning. You and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me, we're invincible. Don't you see, we're invincible. We're invincible.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zowie eXTREMESLAND 2018 lower bracket matches. Today for the first game we have Sad Story versus Team Beyond. Sad Story from Taiwan and Beyond from Thailand. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like we are going to start off with a fast B execute. And they're all just coming pouring in. The mid is, he's still hiding behind that box, trying to take this fight, but he's simply not going to win it. Meanwhile, his teammate has been dropped dead. He's still trying to rattle off some shots. How the hell is he still alive? Accidentally, Tori ends up shooting his own teammate, but finally he takes him down. Now it's a 3 versus 3 situation. Crazy Face, Psycho, and Rainy. Two of them are coming in from heaven, and meanwhile we do have Psycho, who's just trying to push in through the main entrance. Oh, he gets the one shot. Oh, another one, and he finishes them all off. It's a triple kill from Psycho. Wonderful play. And ladies and gentlemen, Sad Story have taken the first round of the game. Pistol round goes in the favor of the Taiwanese team. Beyond will now have $1,900. I'm really excited to see what kind of strategies that the teams bring out, especially after this new economic update where people get $1,900 after losing the first pistol round. It does seem Beyond, since they did not get the bomb plan, they're going to go for a full eco in this one, and it's going to be pretty much a cleanup round for Sad Story over here. Rainy already pushing down mid, but meanwhile, it's going to be Crazy Face who sees all the action over here, along with Namiris with the FAMAS. Good weapons equipped to stop this rush. Namiris trying to spray down Genius through the door. Genius ends up taking a ton of damage, but for now, his team has just stopped in its tracks. Instead of going to it, they have just seemed to stop right now, and at this point, it's still figuring out what they should do. We already have Genius who's somehow sneaked into the side. How the hell did nobody see him yet? And oh my god, this is a genius play, like his name suggests. Trying to rattle off some shots, but the M4 is simply cannot be overcome. And there you go. Olivia manages to get one kill, but that's all he's going to get as the rest of his teammates get completely decimated. Okay, he's getting more. That P250 is doing its magic for him. Still has 93 HP, manages to get to an M4. 1 versus 2 situation. He does not have armor, so he can get aim punch. Tries to spray them down, but the aim punch is simply just too punishing. And he's gonna get headshotted. Sad Story win the second pistol round as well. But then now Beyond Esports, they did manage to kill 3 of the CTs, so that should mean that it's gonna be a big economic dent in Sad Story team. losing 3 M4s is not something that you can afford. So that's why AU and Psycho are gonna have to settle for masses in this particular round. Not the best weapon to go up against AK-47s, but they do have plenty of utility, so that should not be a problem at all. Meanwhile, we do have an attempt of mid control by the terrorists. They just sent Genius over the boosted area. Oh, with Rainy. There you go. The fight's already happening. Rainy has been taken down by CBBK. Now, Sad Story are in a pretty tough situation. The mid area is completely exposed. At this point, Beyond Esports can pretty much decide to go anywhere they want. Let's see what they're about to do right now. They're still trying to wait for some more aggression from Sad Story. Hopefully they'll be able to land a few more picks and then make something work from then and there. But Sad Story, after losing 1 player, they're just not giving them anything. It's a pretty much static round for both these teams right now. But we do have Genius, who has managed to get all the way up highway. The fight is about to go. Crazy Face gets the first contact, sprays them down, but it's an instant trade from his teammate. Psycho also does not manage to kill anyone over at A main. And now it's going to be up to Namirez and Ayo to take this A side back again. 2 versus 4 situation. CBBK is pretty low, so they might just be able to get the kill on him. Oh, Tor! I don't know how he did not manage to land that kill, but the nade is gonna be enough to finish him off. Oh, there you go. He does manage to get both these kills, but the nade, that was pretty cool. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for any lag in the stream. It's because this GoTV, I mean, since our studio is in Mumbai and the matches are happening in Shanghai, one has to realize that the Chinese people have a different version of CSGO than us. It's the perfect world version, and that is why China, they also have some very restricted internet policies, so it becomes a task to actually cast any games which are happening in China, but we will try our best to make it as entertaining as possible. For now, Sad Story have decided to go for a B stack. All their players are over there. They haven't really seen any aggression from Beyond just yet. And there you go. Tor makes first contact, gets the spray down, but Ayo is here to come back with the trade. The P250 still doing its magic. They will be able to secure 1 AK-47. But the rest of his teammates are going to be going towards the A site. Psycho, the lone defender on A site, has been taken down. The rotation is just coming in, but the P250s and the USPs are not going to be enough to go up against these AK-47s. They don't even have any armor. All hope now lies on AU, who does have an AK-47, and this is the only guy in the Sad Story team that can actually dish out some punishment right now. But he probably just decides to go for a save, and that is the best thing for him to do right now. Namir is still trying to get some shots for the USP, hopefully trying to get Team Beyond rid of their weapons so that they have less problems going into the next round. But that's not really going to be possible. Let's see if he's able to get some exit frags. He does not have any armor, so the chances of him killing anyone are practically 0. Oh, that's a nice thing towards CBBK, but he's finally going to be silenced. Ayo does manage to retrieve an AK-47. The terrorists are pretty far away, so there's a good chance that he will survive with this weapon. And they're not even going ahead to hunt him. They know that Sad Story will be able to go for a buy in the next round. So even though they have this AK-47, they don't need to hunt it down. They can afford to let Ayo save that AK. It's not really worth the risk and going to hunt them. The score is tied at 2-2. Sad Story, they still decide to go for a force buy instead of properly purchasing weapons. They have armor and pistols, P250s, and so far they have been doing the job for them. We do have an AK-47 onto AO as well, and they are going to be stacking this A side. It's only going to be Namirez who's trying to make some cheeky plays by pushing through the smoke, but now it's going to be these guys who come into fire. Mid-A split from Team Beyond Esports. They did manage to lose 1 player next, but then so far those AK-47s are doing quite a lot of damage. Psycho, the lone defender on the A side, now left. He has a CZ. Oh, that flash. He could have taken down both those people. And there you go. They still haven't noticed him. Gets one. Gets the second kill as well. And now he has an AK-47. These guys in trouble right now, but oh, the backstab comes in from the squeaky door. And even Namirez is going to lose his life. Beyond. They did lose 3 players in the round, so it was a pretty good eco from Sad Story. They managed to put a big chunk of damage towards the Beyond economy. That means Beyond probably might not have as good weaponry as they could have afforded. no AWP on the terrorist yet, so that should be a good thing for the Sad Story team to go, because now they have that big green gun onto Namirez, and he's going to be pointing it towards the B side. Unfortunately, that is exactly where the Beyond Esports players are headed, so this guy has a lot of action headed towards him, and there you go, he misses the first shot and instantly going to end up paying for it with his life. AO does manage to get one kill, but now the B side is completely under control of the terrorists. That was a relentless aggression from the Thailand team. And wow, that's the way to take that side, right? The AWPer could not do anything at all. All that momentum simply just stopped them in their tracks. Crazy Face is going to be coming in from Wentz, but not quite yet, because the Molotov is going to stop his at once. There's not enough time left. We do have 2 defuse kits onto Sad Story, but there's simply not enough time, so they are just going to go and save their weapons, and the hunt is on. Luckily, none of the Beyond Esports players are going to be going in the same direction as them, so they will be able to retrieve their weapons. But in the next round, they're going to have an inconsistent by Sad Story. 3 of the players will have the rifles, while the rest of them will probably have to settle for SMGs or some upgraded pistol. 4-2, Beyond Esports have taken a 2-round lead. They have a lot of money building up right now by winning 4 rounds in a row. Look at that. They already have $7,000 onto STK. That means even if they lose the next 2-3 rounds, they will be having enough money to not land them in hot water just yet. The big green gun. Oh, is Thor lining up for that spam? Yes, he is. Can we see any cool headshots? And no, not just yet. Those shots don't connect. But it would have been so cool if he had actually managed to get a headshot over there. For now, we have a lot of mid-aggression from Sad Story. Psycho already inside this corner, but it's going to be Crazy Face who comes under fire. Olivia has already sneaked in towards the squeaky door, and looks like Crazy Fair is aware about this aggression. We have Genius just waiting to peek out right now. Olivia, oh no. Crazy Face goes for the aggressive peek towards the squeaky door, but then Olivia inside that corner. Crazy Face could not really anticipate that. Now, they know that there is one player in towards the squeaky door, and the B-fake should be coming in right now from Tor. He's going to be going ahead to get a kill, maybe, by creating some presence noticed over here. He probably might be looking forward to call the rotation from Sad Story, while the rest of his team actually decide and gear up to execute towards this 8 site. Even the mid is under the control of Beyond Esports right now. They did spot out Psycho in the Wentz, but now there's absolutely no chance that he's going to be able to peek, so he just simply falls back. Beyond Esports, oh my god, they are all the way up here. This A site aggression is about to collapse onto Rainy and Ayu, and they're simply not prepared for it. There you go, the flash and the smokes come flying in, and the players are already inside the site. Ayu makes first contact, manages to get one, then gets 2. Oh my god, Ayu on fire. So much damage coming out from the Sad Story team right now, and all of a sudden, Genius is the only healthy player alive onto this team. Tor is alive and kicking, but he's trapped, and he has only 8 HP, and they're finally going to lose all their lives as Sad Story managed to bring this round back and put themselves a 3rd round on the scoreboard. Once again, we apologize for the GoTV lagging. As you all know, China has a different version of CSGO from us, so that's why this problem cannot really be fixed unless I myself was in China. We do have the mainstream coming up on twitch.tv/ESLCSGO, where the match between MVP is going live right now. MVP and some other team, I'm not really sure about that, but you can go ahead and check it out. But for now, let's focus on this game once again. We have some aggression. Crazy Face is actually one of the best players in Asia. He was the one who started the whole CSGO to Asia movement when he got all the attention from the Westerners. But for now, Beyond Esports are going to be going towards this A site. They've already made their presence noticed towards the checkers area and managed to get one pick onto Namirez as well. And AU also going to go down. We do have the rotation coming in from Rainy, but those flashes are going to be... they're not going to be enough to stop Beyond Esports in their tracks. We still have Genius on towards the site, and he has a pretty good position. Rainy was simply not aware about his position, and down he goes. It's going to be up to Crazy Face and Psycho right now, but Beyond Esports, they're not even towards the B side anymore. They have already made their way towards the A side, and they are going to leave Olivia lurking around here towards the mid place. Crazy Face, he has absolutely no idea that Olivia is just waiting around the corner, waiting for him to peek. He does check that corner, and he manages to take him down. That was such a good read from Crazy Face. Now he has it. They're in a 2 versus 2 situation. Crazy Face and Tor are both pretty low. Oh, pulled out the Molotov at the wrong time, and that's going to be his punishing move. Tor manages to take down Psycho. Now Crazy Face with only 22 HP up against SDK. Oh, he just managed to survive by the skin of his teeth. He can definitely do this, but the time is running out. He has a defuse kit. Both these players are so low. He could have been able to clutch this out, but he's not going to take that risk, and he's going to end up saving that M4. There you go. Even Olivia is wondering how the hell did SDK manage to survive that. Tor gonna die and end up losing that AWP, but at least Beyond Esports have the 5th round on board right now, and they have managed to reset the Sad Story economy. We do have enough money on AU to purchase an M4, but the rest of his teammates are gonna have to settle for upgraded pistols. And instead of doing all that, they just simply decide to go for an eco instead of... Oh no, they don't. Last minute M4 purchases from these guys. But I'm really worried because Sad Story don't have enough utility grenades to stop Beyond Esports. They have 2 smokes and 3 flashbangs, that's all. And I don't think that's gonna be enough. Maybe this B side aggression will help. Sad Story have taken all control towards the B side, and now they realized that none of the Beyond Esports players are over here. They should be coming in towards the A side, and now they realize it, but it's in fact too late. These players are already flooding into the side, and none of these players, none of the CTs are here to defend it. Psycho manages to take one player down with that P250, but is that gonna be enough? Thor comes in from the forklift area and finishes him down. Now he's in good position, gets another one through the smoke. It's actually going to be Olivia who takes him down, but the crossfire is simply too strong from both these players. Ayo, Rainy and Crazy Face, 2 M4s on the CTs, but they don't have enough HP. Luckily, this guy, Crazy Face, he comes in from the squeaky area and wonderfully backstabs them. They did not expect that to happen. Now, Rainy in a 1 versus 1 scenario, but oh my god, SDK is just way too fast for him. And Beyond Esports, they managed to win this round by the skin of their teeth. But Sad Story, their economy is going to be in shambles right now. They don't even have enough money to afford a single M4. Crazy Face has $4,200, but I do not think he's going to be able to purchase any rifles. And they are going to go for a single CT on Psycho, upgraded pistol, and a complete eco. Only Crazy Face has some armor, so the only real potential of doing any damage is going to be on this guy. At least he won't get aim pen, so maybe a couple of 1-digs should be enough to get Sad Story rolling. But Beyond, they're just simply not going to give them anything. Beyond Esports, they are too smart for this. They realize that Sad Story is going to be an eco, and the chances of them stacking a single bomb site is going to be pretty high. So they're not just rushing into any sites, they don't want to fall into any traps, and they read this like an open book. They hit the site where there's only going to be one Sad Story defender, and even he's going to lose his life pretty soon. We do have Olivia hanging around as we look, and he's going to be facing a lot of angry CTs headed towards him. He manages to take down 2, but now Psycho has gotten himself an AK-47. This guy is going to be looking forward to save that rifle. Meanwhile, Rainy will do anything he can to assist him. The hunt is on. The terrorists are closing in. Luckily, they haven't found out that the AK-47 is hiding towards the T-spawn. They did search up the B side, but they did not really find anything. And that was a good call for Beyond Esports, not deciding to go for the hunt and not taking too much risks. They know that Sad Story are going to be having enough money in this particular round to purchase the M4, so going for that hunt was the best decision. They did not end up losing any unnecessary rifles. And now Sad Story finally able to afford their proper buy round after such a long time. They have the M4s, have plenty of utility, 3 Molotovs, 5 smokes, and I'm not sure if they're going to be enough to stop this Beyond Esports advance towards the mid area. They're so good at taking this. There's absolutely no way that Sad Story has a reply to all this aggression from Beyond to its mid. They have never been able to keep up, but this good boost by Rainy is going to be enough to take down at least one player of the terrorists back to a 4 versus 4 situation. We do have a pretty aggressive position taken here by AO. He now sees that none of these players are towards the B side. He might be calling in, but now he definitely spots them out. He did not really see anybody towards the B side, and that's why he called Namirius and told him to rotate towards the A side. But then the last minute aggression from Beyond towards the B side from Vents, that was simply a bamboozling play, and Sad Story actually fell for that fake. tried to take more information by pushing into toxic area, but then it did not really help them out in the end. Olivia and STK now in a 2 versus 1 situation. And there you go. These players are falling like flies. STK does manage to get one more kill, but he's finally going to lose his life. Ayo and Rainy are going to be able to retake this side. Sad story with the 4th round. That could have been a costly mistake. Ayo, when he pushed all the way towards the toxic area in B, he did not see any of the terrorists, and he actually called to his teammates that it's going to be an A hit since they did not see anyone there. Namirez ended up rotating towards A, but then at the very last second, Ayo spotted them coming through vents, and at that point, the rotation had already begun. So Sad Story were actually in a pretty awkward spot. I'm surprised how they still managed to retake the site. Beyond these boots, not a lot of players in the transition. We are going to be seeing Tor going with that AK-47 towards the B pick. Or maybe he's just trying to cause a distraction over here while the rest of his teammates are going to be heading up towards A main. We do have Crazy Face trying to take an aggressive position. Gets that wide peek and straight bullets into the face of Olivia. That's man advantage secured for the CTs. And Beyond these boats find themselves in a 4 versus 5 situation. All the members are heading towards A main. They're just waiting for any aggression from Sad Story. Maybe waiting to get a pick. But now the smokes and flashes are going to be coming flying in. Players are pouring in. Crazy Face position can be pretty good, but he's finally going to go down. We do have Psycho and Rainy trying to do some damage. They do manage to get 2 kills, and Rainy doing a lot of damage. Look at that wonderful spray down. Beyond these boats, all their aggression towards the A side crumbles as Sad Story put up the 5th round on board, and now they are only 2 rounds away from catching up with this team. Sad Story, this time they are going to be going for mid-aggression once again. Psycho and Rainy going to be pushing all the way down. Beyond Esports are also trying to do that, but they were planning to take a boost, but that Molotov will not let them do so just yet. But look at that. Rainy has such an aggressive position. He's going to be seeing 2 of these faces just pop out in front of him, and now even his teammate is in trouble. Psycho desperately trying to fall back, but the terrorists are simply not going to let him do it. We have some more aggression towards the B side from the Vents area, but then Namirez did not get up there in time, and Beyond Esports have already established mid control. At this point, it's going to be up to AU to somehow secure this Z connector, because if the terrorists take control of this area, they will be able to stop each and every rotation. Heading up towards the A site, AO still worried. He has to peek 2 angles at this point. He has to guard highway as well as the Z connector. Namirez, however, this could be the game-making play. Namirez realizes that none of these players are headed towards B, and at this point, these 2 CTs on towards the A side have at least some confirmation that the assault is going to be coming in their direction. Ayo manages to take 2 kills, but Crazy Face catches them looking in the wrong direction. He manages to get 2 kills, but Genius turns around just in time and kills him down. Now in a 1 versus 1 situation, Namirez realizes that the C4 is going towards A. Oh, Genius plants the bomb in a pretty open position, not going to be able to take cover just in time. And Namirez takes advantage of the situation and brings Sad Story to 7-6. And look at this great comeback from the CTs. Beyond these boots, they have just enough money to purchase for this round, but if they end up losing this, all this advantage is going to be lost, as Beyond Esports will tie the scores with them, and they would have broken the Beyond Esports economy. Sad Story, they do have plenty of money in the banks. Even if they lose this one, they should be able to afford in the next round, have enough money to purchase in the next one, but that's not the case for Beyond Esports. Olivia is the richest one over there with $1,000. But let's see whether or not this aggression from Genius towards A main and his teammate Olivia towards the squeaky door. Oh no, Genius gets caught off guard while trying to throw that flash, and Crazy Face with that AWP assassinates him. Now it's a double upset from Sad Story. It's a pretty good defense. One of the only maps where you can actually make this work. But I'm surprised that Sad Story did not decide to post any of the ops towards mid, but instead they're going to be focusing on both these sides. They realize that the Beyond Esports team are very good at taking mid aggression, and that's why they're not even going to contest this team. They're just simply going to let them take control of mid, and they know that they can't stop their advance over there. So they end up focusing on the sites, which in my opinion is a pretty good call if they know that Beyond Esports are going to be going towards mid. But then it's a really risky play, because if Beyond get into Z connector, that crucial position, then they're going to be able to shut off every rotation from Sad Story, and then the CTs are going to be in trouble. Only 3 people alive onto the Beyond Esports team now. They did not manage to get opening picks in the starting of the round, even though they did take control of mid, but they find it almost impossible to make their way towards any of the bomb sites. Now they're going to be going in through the vents area. We do have a lot of defense. Plenty of CTs on towards the B side. The rotation from the CTs comes in just in time. Ayo opens things up, gets 1 kill, but the STK is here for the trade. Crazy Face peeks in through the checkers area and switches to the USB to get that kill. But now it's a 1 versus 1 situation as Tor manages to kill him with that AWP. Psycho realizes that there's absolutely no time left, runs away and makes the terrorists run out of time instead. And this is a disaster. Now Beyond Esports, their economy was already in shambles. After losing money by surviving to the end of the round, they don't have enough money. $4,000, enough to purchase AK-47s, but they are not going to have any utility. That means they will not be able to take control of mid, which they have been doing all this time. 4 smokes should be enough to get them some control at the start of the round, but they will definitely not be able to hold out, as Sad Story have a lot of Molotovs which could be used to shut them down. But oh my goodness, Tor has some different plans. Gets an opening pick onto Psycho towards mid, and now they're going to be bringing this relentless assault towards the A site. Crazy Face is in trouble. He has a lot of action headed towards him, and his teammates are just so far away. But they do have information. They have pushed in all the way towards B already, and they're going to be backstabbing them very soon. So now, Sad Story, they have such a good read on this. By making all these aggressive plays, Sad Story realize that Beyond Esports, all of them are towards the A site, and now they're going to be backstabbed, and they have a pretty good defense on towards this side as well. Oh my god, the terrorists are in trouble right now. They are being surrounded from each and every side. They try to break into the site, but not gonna happen. Crazy Face is gonna be there to shut them down, but oh my god, Tor and STK, they have some different plans of their own. Aiko once again places out, manages to get 2 kills, and the A main aggression is also gonna be enough to shut down 1 more kill. Now Olivia finds himself in a 1 versus 1 situation. Aiko not able to land those shots, and Olivia survives with only 25 HP. They do somehow manage to take the last round, but at this point, the scores are pretty much tied even, 8-7. Good half by the Thailand team on the T side. They will not be having a lot of trouble because the Thai team are famous for having a pretty strong CT side on cash. So, Sad Story, they are in trouble right now, at least by securing 7 rounds in the first half. They did a pretty good job, but I'm pretty sure that they would require a few more rounds if they want to be a little more comfortable against Beyond Esports on their more comfortable side. Second pistol round of the day, live now, and looks like Sad Story are going to be heading towards the A side. We do have Aiko still holding towards mid, and Rainy over here watching for some aggression towards the B side, but at this point they have already made contact towards A. 3 players of the Beyond Esports side are over here to lock down this A side, and it's going to be really hard for Sad Story to break this A side open. Really good crossfires. The smokes are going to come flying in, but they only block off 1 position. STK tries to get that peek, but gets blinded. Somehow survives with a lot of health left on him. 79 HP left on this guy, and at this point they probably are rotating back towards B. Sad Story, even after showing aggression towards the A side, they have just simply stopped in their tracks, and now Beyond Esports, they gotta realize that they have the option of going towards B. Since there is absolutely no information on the CT side, they probably might assume that Sad Story might have fallen back from A, but that is not the case, and that's exactly what bamboozles them. Wow, this is such a good mind game. Beyond Esports actually end up rotating 2 of their players towards the B side because Sad Story did not show any aggression after throwing those smokes in, and they now think it's a fake, but they have absolutely no idea that the C4 is already heading towards them. Ayo, on the other hand, has already sneaked in towards B. He sees that this bomb site is empty. Oh my god, what is happening right now? 20 seconds left on the clock, and Sad Story, they are doing a lot of plays, trying to take a lot of map control, and Beyond Esports have absolutely no clue what's going on. Only 2 players left towards the B side. Tor instantly going to lose his life, and now his teammate has to fall back. They are waiting for backup for the rest of their teammates to rotate from A so that they can take this site in a 4 versus 5 situation. Good call from them to not stick around for longer. And now they have an actually good chance of retaking this site. Genius opening things by getting the kill onto Ayu. But oh my god, pushes through the smoke, and these blocks are doing a ton of damage. They all get caught out towards the sandwich area, and they fall to their deaths. Sad story. It was a pretty risky round. They did a double fake in that one. First showing some aggression towards A, and then in the end stopping, making Beyond Esports go towards B, and then going there after playing a lot of mind games. If Sad Story keep on doing this on the T side, Beyond Esports are gonna have a really tough time. And it looks like Sad Story have done their homework. They have such a good read on this map. Genius with the UMP, trying to gather some information towards B. He's the lone defender over here. He does have backup in the form of SDK, but at this point, all the mid aggression from Olivia is actually going to end up paying off. He gets a good headshot onto Psycho, but does he manage to retrieve his weapon? Not yet. The AK-47 did not really get into his hands, but he's still holding this angle strong. Tor all the way down towards garage. If he can manage to hold down this position for any longer, he will be in such a good position to backstab the Sad Story players as they are now trying to make their way towards the A main. Rainey's, on the other hand, still looking for some picks towards mid. He is taking the fight with SDK, but SDK just simply shoulder peeks him and manages to get back to safety. Some bullets traded on the A site, and at this point, Beyond Esports once again are confused, but all this aggression from Tor and Genius over here will be enough to give them the information that Sad Story is going to be making their way towards the A side, and now they get completely shut down as they come pouring in. These CZs, they are devastating on close range. SDK ends up getting a double kill. Rainey left in a 1 versus 4. The C4 is out in the open. There's absolutely no way he can get this. Oh no, he messes up the spray, and Olivia dodges each and every bullet. Those CZs completely shut down the A side as Sad Story end up relinquishing 2 AK-47s to the CTs. Beyond Esports, they have made such a good comeback that force buy ended up going in their favor. That's the advantage that the new economic system brings to you. Forcing the round is pretty risky. You can actually eco and go for a full buy on the third round, but then if that force buy actually ends up going in your favor, the team that wins the pistol round will end up getting only $1,400. That's $500 lesser than they could have actually won. Risky plays, but they actually end up paying for Beyond. And now it's going to be Sad Story who come pouring in towards the B side, pushing in through the smoke. SDK with the AK-47, shutting them all down. And Genius with a double kill with the UMP. It's a complete lockdown on the B side. It's a bloodbath. And Beyond Esports, not losing a single player, get to double digits. 10-8, and they have a good 2-round lead. Sad Story are going to be going for an eco. Once again, no money on their banks whatsoever. Only $1,900, and they're going to be up against Glock. So it's once again a pretty easy round for Beyond. They're not going to be having any trouble cleaning up this offense from Sad Story. Those Glocks don't really have any chance of doing a lot of damage unless they somehow manage to get the jump onto Olivia. So he's the only CT who's going to be pretty close to these Glocks, and that's the only range where they can actually make it work. CBBK getting that spray down. Cyber actually ends up killing his own teammate, but as expected, it's a slaughter, and Beyond Esports have absolutely no trouble cleaning up Sad Story's A-side offense. Beyond Esports now have won 3 rounds in a row, and that should mean that Sad Story are going to be having a good enough loss bonus. They do have AK-47s, but not enough utility, so they will not be able to go for those fakes like they did in the pistol round. If they can get a few opening picks though, that's going to be a different story. But now Olivia has a pretty aggressive position over here. He gets spotted out, does a ton of damage to AU, and forces him back. The Molotov comes in, and that gives him enough time to make his escape. Olivia somehow, he could have died right there, but then he somehow salvages the situation and gets back to safety. It's still a 5 versus 5 situation. He does end up taking a ton of damage, but no harm done, no man lost. Genius trying to scout out some information towards the B side, ends up spotting one of those players towards the toxic area. Meanwhile, his teammate Tor, he does a ton of damage, ends up getting a kill towards mid, and that is the man advantage secured for the CT. Sad Story, they are being sandwiched back towards the T base. Okay then. It does seem that there are some technical difficulties being faced by the players. They're asking for a pause. Unfortunately, the first kill has already happened and the pause cannot come in right now. They are going to have to wait for the end of the round to actually have that. That could actually end up affecting their communication, which is already in shambles. Look at that. Olivia has a really nice position over here, up on top over there. But he's good for only one kill. Now CBBK with an SMG trying to survive for as long as possible. Gets a kill onto Psycho, but now he only has 7 HP. And oh, look at this cheeky play. Pushes through the smoke. Oh, Namira survives with only 2 HP. And Tor, now this is an actually doable situation. Comes in through A main, gets 1 kill. Namiris with only 2 HP has absolutely no chance of pulling this off unless he can manage to land a really good headshot. Tor takes a ton of damage, but it's still doable for him. And he pulls it off. Tor clutches that 1v1. All thanks to the cheeky push from his teammate through the smoke. He could have actually killed him, but then that's CSGO for you. 99 damage in I don't know how many bullets, but that's really annoying when you just leave the enemy surviving with only really low HP. But no harm done. Beyond still end up winning that round. Now having lost 4 rounds in a row, sad story. They do have enough money to put up a good buy, but not enough for an AWP. And without that big game gun, it's really difficult to get the picks on the Beyond team, because they're so good at having that aggression go in their way towards the start of the round, and they somehow still manage to maintain it. Pincer movements from the CTs are really strong, and that's why Beyond, they're really scary to play against when they're on the CT side on Cash. Sad story are in an uphill battle. And let's see whether or not this force buy ends up working in their favor. Deagle, CZs, and armor. They do have plenty of flashbangs, but they only have 1 smoke and a molotov. So it's going to be difficult for them to actually get something done. And they try to take a boost towards the mid place, but then the molotov comes in and stops their advance just for now. Now they should be able to go for that boost. Tor with that AK-47 is going to be in a duel with Crazy Face. Unless he can manage to land a 1D, it's going to be Tor's battle all the way down. The smoke comes in, and here's the flash as well. Tor, can he do anything? Manages to kill Psycho, and that gets a wonderful spray transfer onto Crazy Face. Rainy trying to rattle off some shots over here, but it's actually going to be Io who pushes through the smoke and finally finishes him off. Namirez, oh my god, now he's trapped into this toxic area. His position has been compromising, and he has absolutely nowhere to go. Genius is not going to let him escape. Meanwhile, Olivia has pushed all the way down A main, and he's just about to backstab these guys who are still just trying to make their way towards vents. Olivia, does he realize that Rainy on the roof? Oh no, Olivia, that's such a cheeky play, and that backstab works wonderfully. Namir is now trapped in a 1 versus 4 situation, somehow managed to get out of Toxic, but here's Olivia, who puts a bullet in his face, and Beyond Esports are now only 2 rounds away from match point, securing 1 map advantage. This is going to be a best of 3, so Sad Story do have 2 more chances to somehow win this game. They end up wasting one of their precious timeouts. It's actually a technical pause, so they don't really have to do this thing, like put the terrorist timeout over here. This is only reserved for tactical timeouts. Technical difficulties resolved, and now we are back with the game. Sad Story are going to be going towards the A side, but I'm sorry, the B side. But Beyond Esports have such a good stack over here. They already have 3 players defending this bomb side, so it's going to be really difficult for Sad Story to crack this open. They've already lost 1 player, but they did manage to get in the trade. And STK, oh ho ho, gets a blind kill through the smoke. That's wonderful. He got lucky right there, but now Sad Story find themselves in a 3 versus 4 situation. Still trying to get that opening pick. Crazy Face not going to be able to find anyone right there. STK safe behind that smoke. And at this point, Sad Story have decided that the B site cannot really be exploited right now, as the rotation from Beyond has already come in. Their only hope is now to go back towards the A site, where it's only going to be Tor defending this one. But he does have an AWP, so he has immense potential to lock down the A main area. Sad Story, they have absolutely no options left. There's death waiting around each and every corner. We do have Olivia, who's on the roof of the vents, and he can shut them down. There you go, the C4 is down. That's going to be information relayed to his team. He does manage to get 1 kill, but man advantage is still in the favor of Beyond Esports. And now even the C4's position has been revealed. So that means all the CTs are going to be collapsing in on Namirez and Rainy as they try to make their way towards the B side. Namirez gets the kill onto CBBK, but SDK is here with the trade. Did he not see that coming? He had absolutely no idea that SDK was hiding behind that box. Rainy has the position on one guy, can get the jump on him, but actually ends up losing that duel. SDK is so good with that M4, ends up surviving with 20 HP. Another technical timeout. Looks like Beyond Esports, even though they're winning, they don't really I mean, they need all the advantage that they can, right? Even though they're winning, they're still gonna call for this technical timeout and get their issues resolved. Looks like one of the players is having problems with his monitor. As soon as that problem is resolved, we should be going live with the game. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, it's only gonna be a few minutes. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. All technical problems resolved, and the match is going to be going live once again. Beyond Esports only one round away from match point. One single round, and that will ensure that they have a one map lead going into this best of 3 against Sad Story. Once again, they're going to be trying to take some mid control. STK gets a wonderful spray down onto Crazy Face. That's man advantage secured and ready for the CTs. Psycho and the rest of his teammates are going to be gearing up for this A main take. The C4, however, is still lurking around at the back, but they are in danger. Tor is already making his way down towards the B halls, and now he has a lot of information at this point. Beyond Esports, they have all the map control in the world. They know that Satsuri is going to be coming towards the A site, and they are ready for this. Such a good crossfire set up by both these players. CBBK trying to spray some players down through the smoke, and he actually ends up getting one. Ramirez walks straight into his crosshairs. Meanwhile, Olivia, doing a ton of damage, gets only one kill, but CBBK comes back around the quad. AU manages to get 2 kills, but that's all he's going to be good for. Beyond Esports survive with 3 players, and now they're at match point. They're about to get a one map lead going in this best of 3 series. And Sad Story, they are looking in a lot of trouble right now. It's almost impossible for them to get back to 15 points and force this match into overtime, because they don't even have enough weapons to do it. Namedas with only a CC, Rainy with a UMP, and Psycho with Galils. It's only going to be Ayo with AK who might be able to do something, but even he's going to end up losing his life to CBBK, who has a pretty aggressive position towards Sandbags. Finally going to get taken down by Psycho, but he has already done a ton of damage. They already have a one-man advantage, and maybe this play from Crazy Face right here, this might be able to do something. He might just be able to cut off the rotations of the CTs, but his teammates are all dead, and now the C4 is down. The only advantage that he has at this point that the Beyond Esports players don't know exactly where he is, so he might just be able to get the kill on Genius and STK, who are not looking in his direction right now. But he gets blinded. Oh, okay. He has so much trigger discipline. Finally sprays him down. 1 versus 3 situation, and now STK knows where he is. He's waiting inside the vents for him. Goes back towards the roof of vents, and now he has a pretty good angle. If Crazy Face decides to go mid, it's going to be his end, because STK has the angle onto him. We also have Olivia defending the C4. Even though he only has 14 HP, they still have Tor to help them out. He's holding this op angle in case he has to come back towards from the B site. But STK finishes him off, and ladies and gentlemen, that is Beyond Esports taking away map number 1. We will have the next map coming up in the next 10 minutes, so stay tuned, and map number 2 will be live soon. For now, the team from Thailand has a one map advantage.
regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me, we're invincible. Don't you see, we're invincible. We're invincible. I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed. Let me just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay one more night. We found our way again. We found our way again. We found our way. A new place.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind fighting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven's send with me tonight. Trying to find a place in this world. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Keep our secrets there, hide them everywhere. Just you and I. Just you and I. Just you and Trying to find a place in this world. Yeah, we said we let it go, but we settled for the last. Couldn't let you want it though. Who am I to let you down? No. Who am I to let you down, down, down?
It's like the drum in the deep, and the water from the well slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? All are suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears. My heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, burn away my tears. Gonna creep me out those wasted years. Those wasted
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of monitors, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
like the drumming of deep and the water from around. Slowly weeps like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake that reflected? All are suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears. My heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, put away my tears. Gonna creep me out of those wasted years. Those wasted years.
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of monitors, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize, we are a little late to the party. Beyond Esports have already won the first 2 rounds. Sad story, just managed to get one pistol round. but Beyond Esports were there to demolish all their momentum. Now they find themselves on the verge of being reset once again, as Sad Story have a one-man advantage. Nameda speaks out of the connector. He has the backup in the form of STK, and both of them spray down Rainy with the Galil, and that should be enough to get the round for them. Beyond Esports secure the third round, and Sad Story, they are just looking in so much trouble right now. They're already one map down, and they just need to win one more match. I mean, Beyond needs to win one more map if they want to qualify for the playoffs. Meanwhile, Sad Story, they're going to be completely eliminated from the game. Sad Story did win the first pistol round, but then Beyond Esports went for a force buy and completely annihilated the terrorists. Now they have a they have a 2-round lead, and Sad Story really need to step up if they wanna have a chance of getting back into this game. This round they're gonna go for a complete eco. But no, actually they can go for a buy. They have $4,000, so they will be able to purchase their M4s and armor. Maybe even a few utility grenades, but it does not really seem possible for any of them to purchase a AWP at this point. Even if Namirez does go for an op, he's going to have to go for a glass cannon, so I don't really think that's going to be the case. Interesting banter between the players while the technical pause was on. Obviously, it's now proven that everyone who teaches someone else a foreign language, the very first word that they teach them is gonna be an abusive word. That's just a universal rule, isn't it? Well, let's get back to the game. Beyond, they have taken complete control of the A side. So much aggression. We only have Tor over here waiting with an AWP towards Ivy, and that's exactly where the Sad Story team is headed. One flash comes in, which should stop their advance, at least for now. But it's not going to be enough to stop them just yet. Tor has a lot of action headed his way. Manages to get one flick. Instant kill onto Psycho. He's going to get smoked off and forced off the angle, but he still wants more. He's still holding this angle, expecting any of the Sad Story players to push through that smoke. That's not what they're going to do just for now. But at this point, we have Rainy, who's already broken these windows, and now the Beyond Esports players have heard him. The players who are hiding inside the inner halls are going to be going ahead and trying to hunt him down. CBBK comes towards short ladder, expecting one of the players to jump down. But Sad Story are going to rotate back towards T-base and try to enter from the A main side, trying to surround the Beyond Esports players as much as they can. At this point, Rainy, he's already made his way towards the inner halls, but contact has been made towards the main. Ayo gets an opening pick onto Olivia, 4 versus 4 situation, but he's managed to survive with only 7 HP left, and now they're trying to go back towards the outer side, but SDK and CBBK holding it down real tight over here. The inner bomb site is completely exposed. It's going to be up to Genius to defend this bomb site for as long as possible. The nade comes in, and the backup from Tor is here, but Genius is finally going to lose his life. Tor still has a good angle onto this position. Namir is left in a 1 versus 3 situation with only 4 HP left. Somehow manages to make his way back towards the inner halls, and now he's going to go ahead and try to go out short ladder. In fact, he's not even going to be able to do that. He's going to run out of time, and Sad Story are going to lose yet another round. And this time it's even worse because they have absolutely no money left. Namir is with only $450. Luckily, he does have an AK-47, but the rest of his teammates, they're only going to have to settle for upgraded pistols and armor, or maybe not even that. Beyond Esports, on the other hand, are having a comfortable cruise right now. They have the AWP, a lot of good weapons, and plenty of utility. So even if Sad Story decide to go for a Hail Mary push towards either of the bomb sites, they should be having enough to let this down. Oh, and that is interesting. I haven't seen that in a long time. Both of them jump down on top of each other. Instant double peek. I mean, I've never really thought of double being like that on top of each other's head, but hey, you learn something every day. Luckily, none of the Beyond Esports players was over there. Tor has made contact. Oh no, he misses that shot. Rainy somehow survives. Now he's going to throw that Molotov to keep this push at bay while he tries to make his way back down the train. But he finally gets 1 kill. Olivia, on the other hand, has already sprayed down 2, and even STK chimes in at this point, leaving Rainy in a 1 versus 5. The bomb is dropped out in the open. He does manage to get a 1-tap onto STK. Oh, another one! Even Olivia's going to go down. Now he's in a 1 versus 3. It's still not doable for him as he has an AWP pointed towards him by Tor. He knows exactly where he is. All guns pointed in his direction. CBBK just about to nade him, but luckily he just switches to the weapon back in time and somehow managed to spray Rainy down. Sad Story. This time around, they're going for an inner halls execute. We do have Genius holding this angle with an AK-47 and CBBK just in the short ladder area to back him up in case things go south. But all of that is going to go to hell because Olivia, he's already made his way inside the T mains area. This could be a really good position. He should be having a lot of information as to where the Sad Story players are right now. Tor, on the other hand, oh my goodness, that no-scope onto Namirez completely shuts down the Ivy area. And that is the A-side execute falling apart for Sad Story. Now the only option they have left is going towards B. And we do have Genius waiting for them over here. The smokes and flashes come flying in, but that Molotov, it's not going to be deep enough to stop Crazy Face from getting inside the site. Genius, on the other hand, tries to take the fight with Rainy, but he's instantly going to lose his face. Now, 4 versus 3 situation. Tor, easy kill as AU walks into his forces. And even CBBK and Olivia chime in. Sad Story. Their story is looking really sad right now because they're trailing by 5 rounds. to come all the way to China from Taiwan and just to get demolished by Beyond Esports like this is not really what they have in mind. Even though they're on the T side, and people might argue that CT side is a little stronger going into train, Beyond Esports still have a pretty good lead, and Sad Story need to get at least a few more rounds into this half if they want to stand a chance in the second one. Genius is having a lot of action headed towards him. It's a complete Hail Mary bayside take, and oh my god, look at this push from Genius. If he can manage to backstab them or even stay here for any longer, he's going to be in a really good position. Gets the kill onto Rainy. The backup is already here in the form of SDK, but Genius, now he's inside this halls and he is going to be in a really good position to shut down this aggression. SDK picks up another one, and then the third. Genius also chimes in, and all of a sudden AU finds himself in a 1 versus 4, somehow hiding inside the smoke. How long can he hold on to his life? Tries to take that fight, but he's going to be poured down by a rain of bullets by CBBK. Beyond Esports, what a phenomenal lead, 7-1. Sad Story are absolutely struggling right now. They do have enough money to put up one more round, but then how long are they going to survive on the loss bonus? At some point, they're going to need that AWP in their hands if they want to make things work, and that option is simply not available for them if they eco one more round. I mean, that's the only thing that they can do. If they eco one more round, that's the only time when they will be able to afford an AWP, or maybe one of them will have to go for a glass cannon. Otherwise, they're only going to have to settle for AK-47s and really less utility. And so far, we already know how that is working in their favor. It's not. It's actually helping Beyond Esports, and Sad Story really need to bring out that big green gun if they want to get some opening frags and get their way back into this game. They are still not backing down. Sad Story are once again gonna purchase their AK-47s with only limited utility, 4 smokes and only 2 molotovs. They are once again gonna be heading towards the B side. The bombs, however, is still dropped towards the base. Namirez has a pretty good angle over here, and he's waiting for the aggression from CBBK. Olivia sees a lot of players headed towards him. We do have some aggression from Crazy Face, but he's only managed to take down SDK. Just now, CBBK is going to get punished as he was trying to push Ivy. He had absolutely no idea that Namirez was already here waiting for him. It's going to be up to Olivia to somehow survive this. The pop flash comes in. He's completely blinded, but oh my god, Sad Story, they don't push him. They could have gotten easily one more kill. And oh my god, they would have definitely regretted this. And now Olivia, he has such a good situation to backstab them. They had blinded him. They could have gotten the kill on him, but now they're going to actually end up paying for it. Olivia sees so many players just coming in, and he's going to go for the bigger prize. He gets the double kill, finally going to end up burning to death, and Namirez finishes him off with the AK-47. And now this puts Genius in a 1 versus 3. Gets the headshot onto Rainy, knows exactly where Namirez is, but cannot anticipate the backstab from Crazy Face. Those are the kind of plays that Sad Story need to make. That was some good lurking by Namirez and Crazy Face both. Namirez actually got that opening pick on CBBK as he was trying to push down Ivy. And meanwhile, Crazy Face comes out from the outer side from Connector and manages to get the backstab onto Genius. Sad Story really need to make these split pushes work if they actually want to stand a chance in this game. Because Beyond Esports, no matter how many rounds they lose, they will always be able to buy. They have such a big bank built up by winning the last 7 rounds. So many players just huddled up outside of the inner halls. And it's gonna be Genius who makes the first push. Goes out through the smoke, and Psycho is already in position to punish him. SDK, however, is gonna be seeing a lot of action headed towards him. If he can just climb up the ladder right now and backstab them, this could be such a disaster. Sad Story, they're not headed away from him just yet. They know that there is going to be at least one person down the ladder And they're all just huddled up above him, waiting to get the pick on him. CBBK, on the other hand, is just with him here for the backup. The B-bomb side has only one defender right now. That's going to be Tor with that big green gun with the AWP. Olivia, however, is still holding outside of Ivy. Sad story. They have 40 seconds left on the clock. They have the man advantage, but they aren't really making any moves yet. They have to commit to one particular bomb site. Otherwise, they're simply going to run out of time. And once again, they go for that double boost. That's a good way to enter this ladder area. Really good way to double peek on an area which usually has the potential to get only one player jumping down at a time. And that's the kind of things that I would like to see from Sad Story again and again. I think I'm going to try that on my matchmaking. Have myself boost on the top of another teammate's head and then both of us jump down the ladder at the same time. That's a sure shot way of getting the opening kills. At least onto the player who's still holding at the bottom of ladder. But once you're down from there, then you're in trouble because then Tor has that AWP pointed towards him. They got lucky this time. They double peeked him. Otherwise, it would have been Tor's game all over the place. Genius now has a pretty aggressive angle towards the B side, but luckily he's not going to be seeing a lot of action headed towards him. The Sad Story players are being shut down by that AWP and AK-47. AU just trying to make his way in towards the middle train, but he's going to find himself walking into the crosshairs of Tor. And look at this. This guy is going absolutely berserk. Picks up 4 kills. Ooh, Tor misses the first shot. Crazy Face is down and now goes down with him, the C4. Luckily, they are still going to be making their way towards the B site, only losing one player. They might just be able to get the plant on this gun, but then Genius is already waiting for them with that AK-47. Re-smokes that angle, and that might just be able to hold Sad Story back for a few more seconds, but they actually plan to just come running out of the smoke. Maybe they're going to wait it out, but Genius's position over here is going to be of crucial importance. He has the potential to pick up a quad kill all by himself. And there you go. The spray down comes in. How many players did he manage to kill? Only one. Well, that's not much of a loss, but the rotation from Beyond Esports has already come in, and just in time. Sad Story, they're going to be making their way back towards the inner halls. They're not going towards B, and that was just a fake. I wonder how many more of this they can pull off. There you go, the classic Sad Story boost down the hall. SDK is already on towards the A side bomb train. He spots all these players coming out, gets one kill, and Tor comes in with another kill and another one. My God, this guy is on fire. Double kill with the AWP. Let's take a look at the scoreboard right now. Tor is leading the charge for Beyond Esports with 14 kills. Close behind him is SDK and CBBK. Sad Story, on the other hand, they really need to get a groove on. 3 rounds in the D side is definitely not going to be enough. Plenty of nades and molotovs come sailing towards team mid. And once again, Sad Story are going to be relying towards this B-bomb site. Genius, as always, has a pretty great angle over here. I didn't realize they added peeking to CSGO. This is kind of like PUBG with having a screen tilted. Good TV bugs all over the place. And we have been struggling with that ever since yesterday. Now he spots them all coming down there. Genius still holding on to his angle towards highway, but he's not going to be able to spray down any of these guys as he has 5 CCs pointed in his direction. The rotation is coming in, but Rainy and Tiger have taken some pretty aggressive positions, but both of them are going to end up paying for it as they walk into the crosshairs of SDK and Olivia. Now it's all going to be down to Ramirez. And even he's going to lose his life. You can't really do much up against AK-47s when you don't even have armor. CZ spray pattern is already difficult to control, especially after this nerf. And once you don't have armor, you're simply going to get aim punched. So the chances of you actually landing those shots are pretty low. But the good thing is that at least the Sad Story players were able to get the C4 planted. That means they should be having a lot more money now. And there you go. Luckily in this one, they have enough money to afford an AWP, but I'm surprised they actually didn't go for it. Ramirez had $5,000. He could have purchased that AWP along with armor. I'm surprised as to why they did not go for it, because that's the one weapon they need if they want to get some opening picks. And that's something that they just haven't been able to do yet. Beyond, they are just simply out-aiming them at this point. Stacking 4 players towards the A side once again. Olivia, accompanied by CBBK, have already taken control of team main. But what they don't realize is that Crazy Face is right here waiting for this aggression from them. This is such a good read. Sad story. They might just be able to win this one particular round because they have all this information. They got Beyond Esports to commit 2 of their players towards team main. And that leaves only Genius over here on towards the B side. If Olivia decides to aggress any more, they will be able to get the pick on him. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are making his way towards inner halls. They have exploded on towards the B side, and now they've taken control of this thing. But now, Crazy Face, this guy is going to be in a position to backstab these people so hard. CBBK spots him out, and they aren't going to be going towards B just yet. They want to take care of Crazy Face first. And now that the backstab has been taken care of, they can focus on towards this retake. Ramirez, behind the chemical train, has a pretty good off angle, but I don't think he's aware of Tor, who's just walking in towards him. CBBK and STK still are on the verge of getting out of connector. Pretty good lockdown out on them, but CBBK gets a wonderful double kill. Now that leaves Rainy in a 1 versus 3, trying to take that fight with Thor, but it's really difficult to go up against that AWP. Finally manages to spray him down. Gets one more kill, but that Molotov isn't going to be enough to stop STK. No, it's not. He has the defuse kit and plenty of time. Sad story, once again were able to get the bomb plant, but they simply cannot hold on to this retake. Beyond Esports are just too good at this. And at this point, Beyond Esports are basically turning into the Bank of Thailand. Look at how much money they have. They have a double AWP setup. That means the chances of Sad Story bringing the score to 11-4 are even lower now. There's absolutely no chance that Sad Story are going to win this one. They have AK-47s, plenty of utility to make things work, but looks like they're out of strategies in their notebook. They're once again going for aggression towards the B halls. Rainy going to be leading the charge for his team. But does he find anyone this time? Genius, he's on highway this time with an AWP, so that's going to be a lot of danger. Gets one kill onto Psycho and manages to fall back to safety. That is man advantage secured for Beyond Esports. With only 4 players alive and not a lot of smokes to cover the retreat, Sad Story are in a really tough position. Beyond Esports might just make this a 12-3 half, which is absolute and utter domination. It's going to be up to Crazy Face and Ramirez, who are still holding towards the main. If they can manage to get a pick onto STK, they might just be able to equalize the situation. But even that seems really difficult as of now, because STK has backup in the form of his teammate, who is just behind him. Once again, Genius has a pretty good angle over here. That AWP is going to be more than enough to shut down the B bomb site all by himself. And there you go, Sad Story are making things work. Gets the kill onto Ramirez, but Crazy Face is here with the double kill. STK, oh my god. They're trying to make these picks work, but it's simply not happening. Rain finally managed to get one player, but it's just too late. The backup has already come in the form of Tor and Olivia. And there you go. Beyond Esports, they are absolutely dominating the team from Taiwan right now. Looks like Genius has been permanently cursed by GoTV for having his camera tilted. Well, that's what CSGO does for you. Let's see what happens now. Beyond Esports are going to be leading the charge towards this B site. We only have Ayo over here defending it with the USP. He does have backup in the form of Rainy, who's playing towards connector as a rotating player towards both these sides. Psycho holding down short ladder. And there you go, Olivia and STK come jumping in. And there goes Psycho. Good night. Now it's going to be up to Namirez and Crazy Face to somehow hold on to this bomb site while they await backup from their teammates. 1-for-1 trade. Namirez and STK both end up getting a kill. Crazy Face is going to end up going down. Now, Tor is already sneaking in towards Ivy. This could be a good play. CBBK securing this position. Meanwhile, Rainy trying to break open from the connected area. Namirez has managed to get one kill. Tor is here with the trade. Rainy trying to rattle out some shots. Does do a lot of damage to Olivia, but now he spotted out CBBK as well. Here comes the smoke. He's about to get that defuse. Oh my goodness. They're trying to knife him down, but no. Holy shit, Rainy. That was such a wonderful play. I have absolutely no idea how Beyond were not able to stop him from defusing that bomb. But a ninja defuse in the pistol round, how often do you get to see that, ladies and gentlemen? Beyond Esports now gonna be on a clean pistol round. They have gotten the plant. That means even if they equal in this one, they will have more than enough money to purchase even an AWP in the next round. Namirez gets the opening kill on the Genius. 4 versus 5 situation. AO has only a P250 over here, so the chances of them taking B side are pretty good. But then at this point, they already have backup over here. Look at this Psycho still holding on and making a lot of damage over here. Crazy Face, on the other hand, has already sneaked into the inner halls, and now Tor is just about to get backstabbed. He might just be able to get the plant down. If he does so, that is the AWP confirmed for Beyond in the next round, but no. Crazy Face gets in time to just stop that. Sad story, having won the first 2 rounds, they do have a chance of getting back into this game, but the deficit of their scores is just way too much. Beyond just 3 rounds away from match point. Not just match... Yeah, this is match point, not just map point right now. They already have a 1 map advantage. That means Beyond just need to win 3 more rounds to put Sad Story in an almost unwinnable situation. Crazy Face trying to go for some aggression, but it's instantly punished for it. Now it's going to be up to AU to somehow hold on to this bomb side while he awaits backup from his teammates. Namirez is here with the op, but AU gets a double spray down. Wonderful. Can he get the third one? Yes, he does. Olivia actually ends up killing his own teammate, and this is a disaster. This B-side execution from Beyond Esports is just completely falling apart right now. Tor does not manage to land the shot towards the op over there, but then he's finally going to get taken down as Rainy gets 600 extra dollars for killing him with the SMG. That's a good thing because Sad Story can really use that money right now. Because each and every weapon they lose, that's going to put a hole in their economy. And even though Beyond Esports, they did not win the round, they did manage to get rid of 2 of their weapons. Not really of much use though, because now Sad Story have a double AWP setup. Crazy Face and Namirez, both of them going to be guarding 1 site each. Namirez is going to be pointing it towards Ivy, and he sees a lot of action headed towards him. Manages to tag STK down, but does not quite manage to get that kill. That Molotov is going to help him, at least to some extent. But the M4s are here for the backup. Rainy and Namirez are now going to be shutting these 2 players down. Psycho steps in with a double kill of his own, and that leaves Olivia in a 1 versus 5 situation. Gets the kill onto Psycho somehow. Has UHP left, but no. Crazy Face comes out with the USP and assassinates him by putting a lead bullet between his skull. At this point, Beyond Esports are gonna be in trouble. The double op setup from CTs is already here, and that should be enough to shut them down in a gruesome fashion. It did not really work in the previous round because they went for a relentless Ivy push, but let's see whether or not this double op setup will work if Beyond Esports are gonna go for a split push instead. We do have the AWP over here. Namirez is gonna be pointing it towards the main. Meanwhile, Rainy, it's going to be up to him to somehow defend this Ivy area as flashes and smokes are going to be coming flying in. Beyond Esports are gearing up for this A-side execution. We do have SDK holding the angle over here, awaiting some push from the inner bomb site. But at this point, Tor has managed to get the opening pick. But not really a problem, as he gets instantly traded out by Psycho. 4 versus 4 situation. The terrorists are really just coming out of Ivy at this point. That smoke really helped them to somehow get the kill onto Rain. But now they're going to be in trouble because they face this defense from Sad Story over here. And they're somehow overcoming it. Crazy Face manages to land 1 kill, but he's finally going to get punished for it. Genius instantly puts a bullet in his head, and Beyond Esports have stopped all the momentum that Sad Story had built over the last 4 rounds. Finally get one round on the board, and Beyond Esports are clawing their way and digging closer and closer to victory. Sad Story, what are they going to do now? They do have enough weapons in this round, but if they lose this one, their economy is going to be in shambles, and that will lead Beyond Esports to get to map point without any difficulty. Smokes and Molotovs are going to come flying in. STK trying to get an opening pick. Psycho is already towards the E-box, but he walks straight into the crosshairs of STK. Crazy Face, even he's going to get spotted out. Gets 1 kill, gets another one with the SMG, and oh my god, he's making things work. All of a sudden, Sad Story find themselves in a 2 versus 3 situation as Olivia puts on a double spray down. Now it's going to be up to Crazy Face and AU to somehow save their team, and both of them are going to die as they get surrounded from each and every direction. Beyond Esports, 14-7, literally double the amount of rounds that Sad Story have right now. And ladies and gentlemen, Beyond Esports are just 1 round away from knocking the Taiwanese team out of this tournament. Tor gonna be walking towards team main to open things up with that AWP. Unfortunately, he's only gonna be greeted with a Molotov, as none of the players have decided to peek him at this point. 3 players of Sad Story towards the A-bomb side. This time they have a much better defense towards B. They have AU and Crazy Face. The only UMP on the team is gonna be pointed towards the B-bomb side. So that means they should be able to get at least some lockdown towards this inner bomb side. But that depends on whether or not STK can get the opening pick over here. AU is headed towards him on highway. STK still lurking around the corner. Oh, and he just manages to get closer. AU has an off angle, so STK is not going to spot him yet. But meanwhile, Psycho towards the main is already inside. He somehow has to avoid those flashbangs and get the kill onto Tor. And there you go. That is the AWP secured for the CTs. Now they can dish out much more damage. Olivia is aware of this push. He throws that Molotov, but oh no, he accidentally messes it up. That is definitely not something that Sad Story would have wanted to happen. I mean, that's definitely not something Beyond Esports would have wanted to happen. It's a good thing for Sad Story because they managed to get a free AWP, and now STK finally punishes AU, but he's dropped down to really low HP. Genius down to 18. 4 versus 2 situation. Somehow Genius and CBBK are making this work. STK gets the shutdown onto Crazy Face as he tries to come in through the lower ramp. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Beyond Esports, with absolutely no effort, are at match point already. Sad Story are purchasing everything that they can. Crazy Face with the Scout and Psycho with the UMP. That should be enough to get them some lockdown. But unfortunately, they are headed towards the B-bomb side. AU over here does have a Molotov, but is that going to be enough to stop them? does not have to worry about the lower ramp, at least for now. But the players are already inside highway, and the AK-47s are going to be enough to punish him. This B-side defense is crumbling for Sad Story right now. Crazy Face finds himself in a 1 versus 3 situation to save the day for his team. Can he land any shots with that with that scout? Nope, not going to happen. Tor simply peeks out and puts a bullet in his gut. And ladies and gentlemen, the team from Taiwan, Sad Story, have been eliminated from this tournament. Beyond Esports will progress ahead in the lower bracket, where they will be facing once again in a best of 3. The next game we have is going to be Optic India versus Revolution. So stay tuned, and we will be bringing that game also to you in a matter of 15-20 minutes. Well, we just got an update from Shanghai. The game between Optic India and Revolution is going to be casted on another stream. That is going to be twitch.tv/ESLCSGO. That is the main stream of eXTREMESLAND 2018. So here's the situation, right? There's 2 stages in Shanghai, the main stage and the deputy stage. We are responsible for casting all the matches that are going to be happening on the deputy stage, but the next one is going to be on the main one. So we will be leaving the stream link below. You can go on and watch the Optic game on that stream. And we will be back later on after a couple of hours. But for now, we will be dropping you the link of the main stream, and you can watch the matches over there. See you after a couple of hours.